every hyphen, every hashtag, everything, for every film. Not just the ones I make, of course. And I've noticed that just like films have genres, so do reviews. So there is the academic, serious one that is like an art house film. Then there are the reviews with ratings. They are like masala films. You only remember the stars. And then there's my favorite, the live tweet review, which is like an edge-of-the-seat thriller, complete with plot twists and spoilers by the minute. What's not to like? People in the business will tell you reviews don't affect them. We are just lofty, detached beings who are above reviews and ratings when they are negative. When they are positive, we still remain above them, of course, but we use them in full-page ads in case you missed noticing them. My guests on Coffee with Karan tonight are two men who currently have no reason to complain about reviews. Both their last releases were so acclaimed that they are front-runners for Best Actor at every award ceremony this year. They've had vastly different career trajectories. One was recognized as a gifted actor before he became a star, and the other had all the trappings of a conventional hero and is now coming into his own as an actor. Please welcome the men of the moment then, Vicky and Siddharth Malhotra.
How are you, Karan?
I'm well.
Looking nice and youthful at
it's I told you, na,
50.
Because I announced I'm 50, this is my now grand midlife crisis. So I thought, pool, पौधे सब पहनने चाहिए because I know I can't compete with this Javani, so I have to just do my own thing. Na, क्या करूँ मैं?
Phulo phalo.
Phulo phalo. Welcome back to Coffee with Karan.
Thank you.
This is our 7th season, and Vicky, this is your 2nd time.
Second time, yes.
And Sid, this is your 3rd?
Oh, wow.
Third or fourth?
Fourth.
Fourth time.
Fourth. This is your 4th time.
Oh, senior.
Guruji ke.
But we are very happy to have you. And this was a very momentous Coffee with Karan for you the last time. Because if you remember, there was something very magical that happened.
इसका तो रोका हुआ था यहाँ पे. इस बार ये chance नहीं.
So I had asked Katrina, who's the one hero that she would look good with. She said, who I think I'll look good with is Vicky Kaushal. Then fortunately, she had shot it before Vicky came onto the show. And I told him, and he has done the fall, which is a meme, which is a gif, which went. And then look what happened. I call this the couch of manifestation. कितना हुआ है इस couch में? देखा? तो मैं चाहे आप मुझे क्रेडिट दो या ना दो, मैंने आपकी प्रेम कहानी के लिए पूरा क्रेडिट ले लिया.
प्लीज लो.
हाँ, देखा, बोल दो ना कि यहीं हुआ, यहीं शुरुआत हुई थी. थोड़ा तो इम्पोर्टेंस दो इस शो को.
इसी काउच पे.
इसी काउच पे ना. अरे इस काउच पे बहुत कुछ हुआ है, क्या-क्या बताऊं आपको. And congratulations for your absolutely stunning performance in Udham Singh. You were phenomenal and got so much global love. So clap.
Thank you.
And Sid, I don't have to tell you, we both made a magical movie. You were phenomenal. I think they call it, you're coming into your own film. It gave you so much love, so much respect for us as a company for having made it. And I think it was a story that needed to be told. And I'm glad we got the opportunity to. And I remember that's the film Sid brought to me, actually.
Yeah, I know. Really?
He brought the film to me.
It was outstanding. Like, I remember watching it at the screening. Like, I was really moved with that story, with his performance. And it just felt like it was only him who could do this.
But
he was very sweet. I remember him coming at the screening, because post-COVID, right, there were very few people, and we barely had seats there, and we hung out and we spoke post, and when someone's genuinely there watching a film and there to support and enjoy cinema, all of us are here doing that. So I mean, from that evening, I just realized that he's such a regular Punjabi boy and
like you are.
Exactly.
So why do you think I made this pairing? Two regular Punjabi boys.
So it's the Punjabi episode.
Yeah,
it's a full Punjabi episode. Though I think yet your spoken Punjabi is way superior to Sid's and definitely mine.
For sure.
And definitely mine. Correct. After the film, something even more magical happened. You got married.
I got married.
And what a magical wedding. We weren't invited, but it was very, very lovely. From the images, actually, he's not even feeling bad.
No, but I thought that was great.
I am. And we both were terribly feeling bad about it, and we really wanted to.
Meaning me and Alia have drunk dialed him once from Delhi. We were shooting and we were both drinking wine and looking into the stars. And we were like, who do we call? And we said, we want to call Vicky and Kat. And because it was right before their shadi. And we've called them and we are like, we are so happy for you. Our hearts are happy because both of us love Katrina. We've grown to know you much later. But Katrina I've known for years.
Yeah, sure.
And just the fact that she was getting married was making us feel all emotional and fuzzy and happy. And it looked amazing. How does it feel?
Feels great. It actually does feel great. I really, truly do feel settled. in that sense. And it just is a very beautiful feeling to kind of have that companion, and and I just feel truly lucky to just find that in her, that life partner. She's a wonderful, wonderful soul, and one of the wisest and the most compassionate person I've ever come across. And I learned so much from her.
Wise, I second.
Yeah.
Wise,
She
I
is.
second.
She really is. And
Very wise.
And I really, really learn from her a lot, and she really grounds me. She's like a mirror to me. She really would state out hard facts, which I need to know, which I need to hear. And you always need that person with you, closest to you.
Yeah.
And I truly feel fortunate to have her as my life partner.
Well,
So sweet,
congratulations.
lovely,
But I have actually a very saucy question to ask. Now, way before, like, you became a movie star and an actor, you knew Katrina Kaif as this amazing movie star, gorgeous and hot, and like the world loves her. Did you ever imagine you would marry her one day?
No, Karan. In fact, what happened in the last season on this couch, it was really my moment to know that she knows about me.
That she knew you existed?
Yeah, I did not know that. I really did
What
not.
rubbish?
And it was...
But you guys met before that?
No, never. We never met.
For the first time, I remember Vicky properly meeting Katrina. At least what I noticed was at Zoya's house. And y'all had just met.
It was post the screenings we met after
It was after the show. I think.
Yeah, it was after the show.
But
At
never
Zoya's
before the
house,
show.
I saw for the first time, I saw like the ice breaking and both of them were chatting. Even at that point, it was too nascent to know that it was going to go anywhere. You know, I remember the time when you were getting married, it was like people were waiting for when the first PAP image or the first image the official announcement would come out of yours and Katrina's. So you never got to react, but people said the most interesting things about the shadi. Heard that even Pandit ji is not allowed at Vicky Katrina's wedding due to security reasons. Shahi Paneer will be given to people after checking their Aadhaar card and naan only when they show their double vaccinated certificates.
Actually, I have to tell you, we had a friends group, and every day, all these memes and funny tweets and funny messages would get shared, and we would have a laugh about it.
This is hysterical. Wedding so private, Katrina and Vicky might not even go.
No, but we used to have a blast on that because...
But I thought it was lovely. It is a
was
private
great.
moment,
It's the
Karan. I
way
think
to
it
get
becomes
married.
Very hectic.
It's the
for
way to get married.
No,
like
but there
the
was some
groom
of the
and
most
bride.
random things being said, and I really did not know where this is coming from and what is going on, because kabhi ye helicopter se utarne wale hain, drones hai for security and this and some these things.
And the drones have been
But we were
shot
just-
down.
Yeah. Drones have been
Drones
shot
have been
down.
shot
Yeah,
down.
drones have been shot
Drones have
like
been
it was
shot
some
down.
kind of a surgical strike, not a wedding.
Like
Drones
Uri
have
happening.
been shot
Yeah.
down.
It's
And
really like Uri.
While these messages were going on, I was sitting with Pandit ji, jaldi nipta dena, 1 घंटे से ज़्यादा नहीं बस. It was random.
वरना मीडिया आ जाएगी ये सब.
तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ. इस काउच को हम मैनिफेस्टेशन काउच बुलाते हैं. तो आप क्या मैनिफेस्ट करना चाहोगे?
Sorry? मैंने बहुत कुछ मैनिफेस्ट मैंने पहले मैनिफेस्ट किया था कि मैं करण जौहर की पिक्चर करूंगा इस काउच पे आऊंगा. और आज चौथी बार कर रहा
नहीं,
हूँ.
अभी इस काउच पे
बीबा
कुछ
मुंडा
कहिएगा
ना,
ना.
ये
ये
और
बड़ा
आज-
बीबा मुंडा है. बड़ा बीबा
आज
मुंडा है.
चौथी बार मैं इस काउच पे आया हूँ.
So now that you're dating Kiara Advani, are there any future plans, anything that we should know about?
लंबियां ने
Ranja hai, Ranja.
Work, yeah. See, he was so secretive. I should start telling my plans.
But why? He was
I was
secretive
not secretive
before.
at all. I fainted
Plans
on this
that means,
couch.
so chalo, plans ban
Plans
rahe
have
na,
to be
itna to
made
bol
in
do.
my head, yeah. When
So
when
you
I
are, chalo, at least-
I'm manifesting it today.
That you
What?
marry Kiara
Yeah.
Advani?
No, I'm manifesting it.
No?
I'm just manifesting
No?
things.
Is that a no?
A brighter, happier
Is that a
future.
yes
Is
or
that
a
a
no?
yes or is that
A
a
brighter,
no?
happier future.
With Kiara Advani?
She would be great, but then I'm manifesting it right now. Let's see. I
I'm
don't
very
want to say
excited to show you an AV. You
about
must have a
मेरा
look.
भी आ गया. मेरा तो कहीं आया नहीं इधर.
नहीं इसीलिए
अच्छा.
अभी फ्यूचर का होगा ना.
Oh,
I
अच्छा,
want you
future
to
का
see
बना है.
something because
Manifestation.
we met your girlfriend a little earlier, and we had some things to ask her, and she had some things to say. Please have a look. Is your relationship with Siddharth Malhotra very different from the one that is depicted in Kabir Singh?
He's taken it very nicely and smoothly.
It's okay, you're co-actors, no? I mean, is your relationship
why not?
different
Aren't you in a
from...
relationship
Of
with
course,
Siddharth
it's
Malhotra?
different from Kabir
Are you
Singh.
denying your relationship with Siddharth Malhotra? I mean,
not
isn't
denying or
isn't it so
accepting.
last season to deny? I mean, come on, like, you know, Shayad, you've always accepted your
Isn't it
relationship.
so
Please,
last
can you
season
explain?
to ask this question?
Y'all are close friends?
We are definitely close friends, more than close friends.
If your current life was a movie title, what would it be called?
Sher Shah. It's
That's what you would describe your...
yeah. I mean, it should be like
Lion
it's a
size.
good king size.
Oh, nice. King
Come
size
on,
and all.
Kiara.
Size matters.
I should have said that. Juk Juk Jio. It's a blessing that I have this.
Are you ready to kind of like be in a marriage right now? Or you still feel like you need...
We're not ready
time.
for you to get married yet.
It's definitely, I do see that in my life. But I'm not revealing that on Coffee with Karan today.
She sounds like she's ready, huh?
Huh?
15 minutes back, she was not accepting the relationship, and now she's almost
I'm giving
confessing
you
to the
hint.
fact
I'm
that she's
talking
ready.
about-
We'll
Well
get
done.
the
Nobody
details,
does
we'll
this
get
better
the
than you,
location
Karan.
and dates
Nobody
by
does
the
this.
end of the episode. We'll be like, hey, Vienna mein hai,
I think you
December
all
mein
will
ho
be
raha hai.
planning it by the end of this episode.
We might just be performing at it also by the end of this show.
You and I should do Dola Re Dola.
Done.
Yeah, I'm
Done.
doing Dola Re Dola
Shahid
at my wedding.
Kapoor and Karan Johar are doing Dola Re Dola
At
on your
Kiara's
wedding. For
I
you.
have to invite you all now.
So much you guys have
Bichari,
spoken. It's like a whole
बोल
segment.
दिया ना उसने finally इतना उसको push किया, we pushed her to the edge. She had to say, so sorry
क्यों
about
इतना
that.
परेशान किया करण आपने उसको?
So I think we've all said we're all ready, and I'm very
You
happy.
are said, let us.
No, but listen, on a मुंडा थोड़ा offbeat है.
No, Karan, let's see. We want to have, everyone wants to work and have a happy future in life. Good to know that
Listen,
we have
just
your
हम दो
blessing.
हमारे दो campaign we
We're
don't want
really
to hear
happy,
from
Karan.
you. We're very happy. I'm really happy.
Very
She's
happy.
a lovely girl. I love you. I'm very happy for everything, and we don't want to discuss any other further details and hound you anymore. The thing is that I love it when there's love in the air.
And when it's on your show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when it's spoken about.
Yeah, he loves that.
I love it. I love it. So
This
opposite.
show and this couch.
Okay, so we've got that out of the way. I'm very happy. And wherever it does happen, do let us know. And as you know that I have very big FOMO about people's weddings. That's why I'm asked.
Don't
Vicky,
worry,
so-
you won't be missing mine. So.
No. I will. Are you crazy? I will be making sure. I'll come and give you two thappads
Yeah,
if I don't get invited. All right. So,
In Gucci.
Vicky, it's a very busy schedule you have, Vicky. What are the ways and means you do to shower, love and care on your spouse, Katrina?
I don't think it's so much time dependent as much as it should be the intention.
Intention.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes 5 minutes of TLC is true TLC, like a proper TLC is worth like 50 hours of just.
Yeah, that's true. It's quality time,
It's
not
quality
quantity.
than quantity, yeah.
And how do you?
He's working with her and his work life is also kind of
Love life.
together only, yeah, love
Yeah.
life.
Where? What? Which love life? Work. Only work.
I don't know. How do you shower, love and care on Kiara?
Sorry?
Sorry, मैंने हो गया ना अभी
It's
बीत
his.
चुका है.
अरे इसकी शादी हुई है हम तो co-star है, co-actor है.
It's very last season to deny.
Are you doing Dola Dola?
I'm doing Dola Re Dola. I promise you for her wedding, your wedding, same thing. I'll perform. I'll host also. वो भी मैं करता हूँ अच्छी तरह.
Host the अच्छा
The
wedding.
संगीत.
The Sangeet.
संगीत होगा ना संगीत. Okay. Vicky, huge amount of love that you received for so many performances, box office success as well. Setbacks also in the case, like a film that you and I were meant to do and we haven't been able to, and let's manifest that we do on this couch. Also a massive film that got put on hold, Ashwathama. So there've been like ups and downs. And how do you kind of maneuver your way through those situations?
I'll be very honest, I was actually, when Takht, I came to know that it's not happening because of COVID reasons.
Yeah.
Actually, both of them were because of COVID reasons. But when I came to know of Takht, it actually wasn't so difficult for both of them because it had such genuine and logistical reasons. There was nothing like emotionally involved that this is not working or that is not working. You know, both the projects were in a great space, but it was just a different time for those films to come on floors with. And I remember when it was Ashwathama and I was shooting for Govinda Naam Mera with Shashank. And I got a call that we are pulling the plug on the film for now. I actually had my trainer with me and I called him up and I was like, listen, let's hit the gym. Let's go. And I told him, you give me the most difficult workout because I really wanted to
Vent it out.
because that was the film I had really given like 2 years to in terms of prep and everything. And we were
I know
really
the shape.
close
He
to
was
shoot.
in great shape when you came for the screening also. You were like
Yeah,
training for
at that time,
right? Yeah.
closer to that time. So, and we were really close to starting. Actually, both of them.
Yeah.
We were really close to starting.
I mean, shooting in April.
Yes,
and the pandemic hit us in March.
Yes, but it just stays with me for 1 day. 1 day.
That's
because
all, huh?
I'm just not because of anything else. Because after a few hours, I see the logic behind it, and if I see the sense in it, so I stop feeling emotional about it. I always miss it. I always crave for it. I always feel ki, you know that.
Yeah.
But it never sends me in a space where I feel gloomy about.
Because you know the reason behind it.
Yeah. And also in this short journey, but in this journey, there have been times where I've not landed a role, almost landed a role, this, but didn't happen, for it to eventually turn out to be the best thing.
Best thing to happen to you.
So I have this faith so strongly in me that everything happens for the best, that cannot be shaken, ever.
Well, that's amazing to actually,
But since you have called this a manifestation couch,
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Manifested on this couch. Man. I think
Taktanashwathama.
Yeah.
every
Will
film has
happen.
its destiny.
Will
Yeah,
happen.
it'll happen.
God willing and inshallah. Sid, you've been you started, of course, with such a massive filmmaker who launched you.
Thanks, Karan. Yes. Mr. Johar, Karan Johar.
I mean, what a launch.
And that was the first time you did it,
But
actually.
really, what a launch.
That's the first time we were
It's
lucky,
the first
we were
time
blessed.
I
We were really
did it.
blessed, yeah.
But, and subsequently, you've also had a very interesting trajectory. There've been hits, there've been misses, and there've also been like a perception that Siddharth Malhotra is gorgeous, stunning, perfect hero material, but is yet to prove his mettle as an artist. When Sher Shah came, many of those people were silenced because your performance spoke for itself. But you, when I ask you, were there those moments that I have to prove myself, insecurity, kind of like feeling like I've been in the business nearly 10 years, but I haven't been able to have that stamp of being an actor? What were your feelings through this journey?
As you said, Karan, there have been so many ups and downs. I think a lot of learnings coming from the outside. It took a while to also gauge the industry, what it takes to be an actor, on screen and off screen, both. And yes, there was that craving to prove that it's not difficult to mold oneself beyond just their looks or physicality and to really bite into a character.
Right.
I feel everyone connects everything to business.
Yeah.
I feel success also solves everything. If you're giving hit films, no one really cares as to what and how you're doing things. So that's a big learning. But Sher Shah comes in as a blessing where people see a character, people see someone beyond their looks or get more involved or feel certain things, because of an actor portraying certain emotions. Of course, everyone craves for it. And that's
Do you
what we
feel
have.
like this has given you a spring in your step? Not just career-wise, but personality-wise as well?
No, 100%.
Like you
because
seem to me you seem much more relaxed and calm and more zen than you ever were.
See, because Karan, in Sher Shah, from the beginning of the moment it was narrated to me, it had a very, from point zero to wherever it reached today, I was involved in the journey. I was so emotionally involved.
Yeah.
Technicality, story, direction. We had a great director, we had a great cast, a great producer. I felt that Sher Shah had to work.
Yeah.
It came to a stage where, I put in so much time and effort. Like just what he was saying, when you prep for a film and you manifest so much, you want it to be the best version. So it has happened. It gives me a sense of validation and gives me a sense that I have a sense of what this business is all about. Some small creative calls I'm capable of taking today, some instinctive calls.
Yeah.
And that's what we all need because no one can tell you how to be successful in this business.
Yeah.
No one can guarantee you that all your calls will be 100%. Even the biggies of the business. I've met them all. We've seen them all. You being a director has seen it as well.
This is that kind of industry where everyone has a journey. It's literally, and you never know where things land because
So it's been a massive roller coaster, and I'm enjoying it now. Now I'm enjoying the ride. Ki chalo abhi, from one high to the other, and
and there will be
wish for
lows,
the
and you
best.
have to prep
Absolutely.
yourself and armor yourself up.
Absolutely.
What I always ask actors is that do you define, and Vicky, I have to ask you, do you define your success or failure or your talent like using somebody else's career trajectory as a barometer? In your generation, or rather close to your age, the two actors that are touted as movie stars are Ranveer and Ranveer. And then there is, of course, both of you who are incredible actors and have to yet move into that zone. Do you sometimes compare journeys, or do you feel like he's great at what he does, they're great at what they do, but I have to carve my own niche out? Or sometimes do you fall into that comparison trap?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I feel there are all these tracks are running parallelly.
Right.
And everybody's pursuit is for excellence and pursuit is for, leaving a great legacy behind.
Yeah.
That's what we are all pursuing for. That's what we are all aiming for. And that's what we are all working hard for.
Right.
I think with changing times, the definition of being a star changes.
Yes.
I'm also with my contemporaries alone, I started watching Student of the Year and everything before I even entered the industry. I wasn't even a part of the industry. I have seen them and I've admired them and I've already have looked up to them कि यार कभी मुझे भी ऐसी film मिले, कभी मुझे भी ऐसा काम मिले.
Correct.
So I never get into this comparison that I never feel that I'm equal to them. I feel कि अच्छा यार मेरी journey चल
competing
रही
with
है
them.
और competing with them क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा है कि यार you know I used to watch their films when I wasn't even in the industry. You know, be it Ranveer, even Sid, Varun, everybody. It just doesn't come to me organically like that. Like I sometimes have fan moments with them. You know, like when I see a performance and I meet them, I feel like,
Well,
yeah.
that's one thing I've noticed about you, Vicky. You're probably the only actor, and I say this because it's by observation. You're the only actor I've seen in other actors' screenings. You make it a point, and I think that's very gracious of you.
I just, I just feel like if I drop in a text and if I make those calls, I would love for them to be there.
Yeah.
You know,
But you know that, and you've observed that yourself. People don't show up. Like nobody.
that's okay.
Yeah, they don't.
I
go
also
to see
feel-
it.
I think today, I mean, people do. I don't feel like
Nobody goes
depends.
there.
Yeah, Karan. People
Sid,
are busy or people have
it's rare
schedules.
that people feel like we'll watch it in the theater or whenever it comes online. Like nobody really makes an effort. Nobody goes anywhere really these days. I mean, it's
No,
very
true.
everyone's
I'm
on-
not taking
I've
anything away
noticed
from his
that.
efforts. Yeah,
I've
for sure.
noticed this about Vicky because I've seen him physically at
Yeah.
screenings, and that's amazing. And I ask you, Sid, have you ever felt that why does he have this and I don't? I mean, it's sometimes a natural feeling. Do you sometimes feel like your insecurities come from comparisons?
You know, when I got launched, I was the only boy from nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, so then I had so many people wondering, why has he gotten this and we haven't?
Yeah.
So I've been subjected to that question, you know, because everyone had a background, everybody had a surname or
Right.
something, you know, where you could
They were
connect the
nepo
story.
kids.
I don't want to say it, but you said it. So I've been on the other side. I feel while I'm going through this journey, it's always been so internal. My reaction to something that doesn't work is more analytical or maybe aggression at times. I think looking inwards and trying to make my film or my performance better is the key thing. Yes, there are disappointing moments where you sometimes feel like you don't have reasons also at times for films to work.
Yeah.
So you also have to learn how to surrender.
Right.
And I
we
think
said,
that comes.
We brought up when you said that you began, and with both the actors, of course, came from film families.
Yeah.
Vicky and I have had an interesting chat once about how people don't know whether to slot him as a Nepo kid or not. Because to half the world, I mean, it's a lesser known fact that his dad has been in the business, loved and respected for decades. But many people also think he's an outsider. You felt, even on social media, I've read, like, sometimes you're put in those lists of people, like, you know, who are like products of nepotism, and some who all call you outsiders. It's bizarre. Like, you're not really slotted in either, actually.
Yeah. It was actually Arjun who had this joke
this?
first time. Yeah. And that's when even I realized कि हाँ यार ये तो
इसका
एक पैर
आधा
यहाँ
पाँव
एक पैर
अंदर है,
यहाँ।
आधा बाहर है। किधर
It's
है?
just that, yeah, technically, yes, I have my father from the same industry as I am in now. But the reality
But
is
he
that
also had absolutely nothing to do with how you landed any film.
not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
So
a
you don't get that vibe from him also. I think
he's a technician, and also see the thing is, it was laid very plainly and like honestly to me that I'm gonna have my own struggles. You better have your own struggles, and I know nothing about acting. I've been a person who's always been behind the camera.
Yeah.
All I know is that when I see an actor performing, I just know if he's an actor or not.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I don't know anything about the craft. So you'll have to work on that, and it's going to be your journey.
Yeah.
So my journey has been that of an outsider, where I've had to kind of give auditions
Yeah.
and try and meet people, and I think, but also I think the definition of nepotism is not. It's very, it's said with a very broad stroke on internet. I mean,
Well, let's
Yeah,
not
let's
get
not
into
get into
that.
that.
Karan,
We,
you want to-
we are brewing we are brewing more interesting conversation than talking about nepotism. So I don't want to go down that path. Do you also, both of you, realize that y'all are like kind of pin-up boys as sex symbols as well?
him I know because
Even
I
you.
still remember when Student of the Year was coming. I was doing theatre at Prithvi Theatre. The girls in my theatre group and everywhere around were going nuts. Nuts. Like it's an understatement. Nuts about this.
About this kukkad kamal.
This kukkad kamalda that has come. Him I know.
With putting water in grease. Who shot that?
Putting water, what?
That whole shot of I was starving for that shot.
Yeah, where you had to show. But now, what do you think Student of the Year was about? A screenplay? There was no screenplay, there was no scene, and no scope for
correct.
performance.
It was
None
a
of
very
them
good-
won
it
any
has such
debut
a good
award.
Character arcs, Karan, for both me
Ayushmann
and Varun's
Khurrana
thing.
won
We
every
went so
debut
in depth
award.
into the character.
Which depth you had in the character? Which film are you talking about?
हमने अपना homework किया था.
नहीं, क्या homework किया
We were
था?
actually only copying him. Barring that shot you didn't show me. Barring only Karan
Imagine
not
if I
showing
had
me.
to show you
Karan not show
putting
me the water
on
putting
your,
shot.
on your naked body, I can't show.
Please do it.
I used to show them all. I used
Every
to
other
love
thing
it.
we've copied him. We've copied Karan. He performs. He's such a. I mean, we all know.
But I can imagine because
we all know
I've
you're a
heard
brilliant dancer, but people should also know he's a very good actor.
Yes,
I've heard him narrating Takht many times and he's outstanding.
Oh,
So I can imagine.
But no one will believe you after my debut performance in Bombay Velvet. Nobody is going to believe me.
But you played a villain,
so
Karan.
Student Day, I had to kind of come down to kind of the brass tacks. Now that's the only way people would see. I remember 4 days
the
into
brass
me
tacks.
shooting Student of the Day, I was sitting with Abhishek Varman, who directed Two States and Kalank, and he was my creative director on that film. And I was like, why are we making this film? So he said, huh? He said, I said, have you read the script? He said, Karan, what are you doing? You are the director. Why are you saying
You were
things
in the
like
middle
this?
of filming.
4 days into shooting, I suddenly decided to read the script cover to cover, and I was
No,
like,
Karan,
very
you're just
scary
very
thought, yeah?
undervaluing your thing. Karan.
No,
That
but
a
I
great
was.
script. क्या बात करो इतना अच्छा आज
Then-
था दो दोस्त
No,
आ रहे
no,
हैं
no.
ना, you know the घंटा वाला shot Karan and then
अरे घंटा-
both of us entry वाला thing मेरा पीछे
Arey
से
Baba,
bag आया Karan.
eventually what we shot was very different from what the written material was.
say that.
We changed that. I mean, I'm saying because I don't know what I was doing. I think I was drunk on something. I was like, started shooting this film and I was like, why is this script so bad? And then of course, it turned out to be a fun and entertaining watch, but it went through its own journey.
Classic,
But y'all are
classic.
what we call quintessential. Even you, Vicky, I want to tell you, there's a huge, and now don't act all modest and all, there's a huge section of women who find you very hot and y'all are thirst traps.
I think with him it's that actor vibe that works. You know, that artist. He's
So
got
you're
that
trying to
artist
say he's
vibe.
not hot otherwise?
No, I'm saying, but some people are hot with that artist vibe that comes in. You know, some
अभी
people
हर
are
कोई
intellectual
अभी
and
इतना
artists.
चिकना चमेला नहीं
अब मैंने
लग
इसका
सकता
बॉडी शॉट नहीं देखा है अभी मैं तो क्या बोल
बॉडी बहुत बनाई है इसने
Obviously,
वो पिक्चर है वो बनती रुक गई है वो बॉडी जब भी बनाता है बॉडी नहीं बनानी चाहिए वो जैसी बॉडी बनाता है वो पिक्चर नहीं
Actually, that's तो जिम से छुट्टी ले ले अभी.
बनती जिम से छुट्टी ले ले but you're like what everybody known as quintessential thirst traps. And I want to
Thirst
tell you, the
traps.
social media has some very exotic things to say about both of you. I'd like for you to have a look.
Oh wow.
Vicky Kaushal reminds me of a cinnamon roll. I just want to eat him up immediately.
What do I say to that?
And your expression is giving like no such indication of looking like a cinnamon roll. Yes,
Seeming
moving on.
Like he's just
Itna-
had a role and he's
He's
relaxed.
not looking like a cinnamon roll. He was like
Vicky, मेरे साथ quickie
a दूध जैसा सफेद सिंपल लड़का.
Vicky मेरे
ऐसे
साथ
दूर जैसा
quickie.
जैसे कि कोई क्विकी किया नहीं लाइफ में जो अभी यहाँ बीबा मुंडा बन रहे हो प्लीज रिलैक्स आई डू अ फादर्स डे पोस्ट ऑफ विकी बिकॉज़ ही इज माय डैडी
Oh no.
Oh.
ओह
I just don't know what to say to these comments.
okay Vicky Kaushal in shirtless mode makes my ovaries explode now you're exploding ovaries now this is like I'm going to complain to your wife
Yeah, I wanted to know what Katrina thought of these.
She's like, the lighting was good. She's like, I know the magic of top lighting.
Actually, she's also a
Katrina knows
dietitian.
her angles,
Yeah,
that you have
she's
to
also
know.
a dietitian, trainer, everything. She must be giving you tips.
yeah she is a full Katrina
Yeah.
I mean I'm not that I have been
You
at
know,
the
on
receiving end of
songs,
anything
वो बर्फ खा रही थी यार.
Kab?
On song, she was only ice
why
in Kala Chashma.
No, no,
because keep hydrated and you wanted to be lean. Oh, but it looked good and she still performed.
She looked amazing. What
Still
good.
performed.
Vicky Kaushal has such a warm wife. Katrina wouldn't need a comforter.
I like this comment.
This is sweet.
I like
this
this
is sweet.
comment.
ये थोड़ा less sexual था.
I
अच्छा है,
like it.
प्यार भी होना चाहिए करण.
बहुत बड़ी बात
Sex
होती है
without प्यार is
But
nothing, Karan.
I know, but प्यार only lasts ना sex तो चला जाता है eventually. Okay, I think we are shifting to
Shersha now.
yeah.
Oh.
How do I like my eggs fertilized by Siddharth Malhotra?
It's good. My genetics are in demand. It's good to know, Karan.
Okay, you know where Siddharth Malhotra will look best when he's on top of me.
Boss.
On
Chalega.
top of you. Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, I mean yeah.
Very nice. Boy, इतना प्यार.
Karan, you are just
I'm
having
just imagining.
your own cinema going on.
Yeah, I have my own film.
Karan is enjoying these
Yeah,
messages
you're
more.
enjoying
Very
it more.
much so. I wish somebody would write like this about me. The only S&M I'm into is Siddharth Malhotra. Yeah. Superb. You got it?
No.
S&M,
What is S&M?
it's sadomasochism.
Karan, इतनी अंग्रेजी नहीं आती मुझे.
My ratans become lambi. Oh, sorry. My ratans. Sorry.
My Ratans.
Sorry. I mean,
पानी पी लो थोड़ा.
my ratas become lambiya the moment I saw Siddharth in Shesha. Poor thing. नींद नहीं है उसकी बड़ी लंबी रात है जाने के बाद.
This is a sweet
Yeah,
comment.
very sweet.
Sweet comment.
Of course. And what is this pose that you're in this semi-angrai, in this khet? Where is
I was actually
man.
trolled because of this picture.
What?
I had
You were
commented on this picture saying Bajare da sitta.
Oh.
And then I got
correct.
commented Bajara nahi hai, गेहूं hai. I was like, यार मैं खेत नहीं देख रहा था, मैं इंसान को देख रहा था.
Social media is nasty.
But what are you doing? Why is this like this? You're not even taking a full month video le lete na.
Angrai Karan, mid-moment.
Yeah,
very
right like that.
candid. Candid.
Sid knows mass.
Mass.
He knows mass.
Yeah, yeah.